Welcome back to another video, everybody. This is Scotty, and today we're going to make a two-way flying machine that is controlled by target blocks. Before we begin, we'll look at some flying machines, as this here is my simple flyer that I had, which works fairly simple. It just flies back and forth with a very minimum amount of blocks. Now I couldn't attach a target block to this easily for moving the observers up and down, so I looked at modifying it a little bit and pushing them to the side to side. I mean, this here works as well. It's a simple flyer, but this wasn't the right task for it. I then looked at the standard Teracotta flyer, which this had some promise. It does use more blocks. However, since it shifts back and forth, I couldn't find an easy way to keep the target block in place. So this wasn't going to work either. Then I stumbled across this. This here is also a two-directional flyer. It does use a lot more blocks, but it does not shift back and forth. So with this information, I was able to build this. A two-directional flyer that is controlled by a target block. So if we hit this target block, it will go that direction. And if we come to the other side and hit this one, it will reverse mid-flight and go the other way. And we can repeat this for both sides. Now when it gets to the end here, it will stop, and you will not be able to start it. Occasionally you might be able to start it on this side, but usually it will not start moving. The only way to restart it is with the observer here. And there it goes. And if you place some blocks in the center here, it will stop again. Which these could be honey blocks that you pull down. So there you have it, a two-way flyer controlled by target blocks. We're going to build it now, and here are all the resources you need for it. These two down here are optional if you want to attach this to a scoring system. I will show you at the end where to place those. To begin, go ahead and place a piece of obsidian where you want the machine to stop. We're going to do this one 5 blocks above the ground. Now from that obsidian, go ahead and place an observer facing the opposite way you want the machine to go. On the back side of the observer, place down 4 slime blocks. At the very end, place in a normal piston, an observer observing that piston, then a sticky piston. In front of that sticky piston, place down 4 more slime blocks. On this side, we're going to bring it back by 2 temporary blocks and place in our observer observing that temporary block. We will remove the temporary block, place down a normal piston, followed by an observer and another sticky piston. And this here is done. So you want to come here and go to where you want it to stop and place down another piece of obsidian. There we go. That should be 5 high. Nope, that was 6. Let's get rid of that. That's the same height, so we can get rid of everything else under it. And now you have this simple flyer built. So if we go ahead and start it, it should go to the other end. Now to add target blocks in, we just place a slime block down here and a target block under that piston, and we repeat it for the other side. So now if we start it, and we hit the target block, it will stop the machine. And you see here it left this piston out, so that's where we have to modify this in a little bit. Now, however, if you only hit the target block once, it will reverse and keep working fine. But if you're playing a game with snowballs, you're just going to spam the target like this, and it will break. So for this, we need to add in another piston up here, which will be a sticky piston on top of this block, followed by a slime block. And then we do this on the other side as well, a slime block on top of the piston and a sticky piston. So let's go ahead and put this back in its home. And now it's working. We didn't make it in time. Let's go ahead and start it back up. So if you spam this block here now, the top piston will pull the block back in. Occasionally this machine may stop, but the machine did not break, and you can just toss the block again and it will start to go. Oh, we didn't catch it in time. Let's go ahead and start it again. Actually, that's the wrong way. But as you see, it's not going to break. So I'm going to add a couple more here and see if we can get it to go. There we go. Well, actually, that's going the right direction. So if we go this way, and then this one should send it the other way. Now occasionally the machine will self-reverse, as you just saw there. That is due to the delay on pistons, how occasionally the other one will fire. That just adds an added bonus to this machine. But overall, it works fairly well. Now if you want to add this into a scoring system, the easiest place is putting an observer observing that piston. You want to put it right there, one block back. So when that piston comes in, it will trigger a pulse from here, and you can build that into your scoring system of however you'd like to do that. So that is up to you. But overall, this is a fairly simple two-directional flying machine that is controlled with target blocks. Hopefully you found this tutorial useful. Please leave comments and suggestions below. Thank you for watching.